You know, when you watch a movie or you see a TV show, we see the finished product when we're looking at the screen or TV screen or the movie screen. But what goes on behind the scenes? That's all I want to talk about today on your Morning Cup of Inspiration. Hello, and thank you for joining me today. Working on a movie, it's no small task. I mean, there's so many things that go on behind the scene, but you see the finished product. Same with a television show. Even when you're going to look at a new home, you don't see all that went into it to get it to the point of where it was. And what I'm trying to get at is our lives, we see each other daily, and we see this as a product of what is now. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We haven't realized that. Over in the Bible, it tells us in Ephesians 6:12, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." There are wars in the heavenlies going on all the time. It's good versus evil. It made me think. A lot of us ask the question, I pray and pray and pray, and why aren't I getting an answer? Or why doesn't it come when I think it should come? And I always said, well, it's according to God's will. But this made me think of this. Over reading in Daniel 10, talks about how Daniel had been praying. It was 3 weeks. And the angel came to him and says that I was delayed. I was in a war with Satan and his angels. He said there was a war in the heavenlies going on until Michael showed up, the archangel. I was able to get away to get here. Now, a lot of people say, well, why can't God just, wipe that out? Yeah, we don't know that answer. But there's war in the heavenlies going on all the time right now. No, Satan and his army is going to be conquered once and for all. The Bible tells us that. But there's war in the heavenlies going on for you and for me, for our governments, for our politicians, for people out there. As we can see, you can see right now the tug of war that's going on in people's lives and how there is clearly division on one side and another side right now. But it's going on, and Daniel 10 tells us that. So there are things happening behind the scenes all the time that we're not aware of. And I know that several times when I've had to, I was looking for different jobs, for new work. When my wife Deb and I moved out here to California, back to California, it was, Lord, work behind the scenes, put everything in motion so that when we hit the ground running, when you set us in the direction you want us to go, the path will be straight. And he did just that. When we ask him to work on our behalf behind the scenes, he does that for us. So remember that. There are things going on behind the scenes that we don't realize, that we don't know about, but God is fighting for us. So we got to keep our eyes on the Lord. We got to keep our hearts right. We got to keep Jesus the focus of our mind. He's fighting for us, and he's going to show us and lead us down the right path and in the right direction. I hope this encourages you today, and I look forward to seeing you again for another Morning Cup of Inspiration. God bless you all, and have a wonderful day, and be fearless in your faith. Bye-bye.